is going on, guys? It is Caleb here with GamingAtAGlance.com, and I am so excited because something I've been waiting for has finally been dropped off at my doorstep. I kickstarted a group called Playing Arts with their deck, the Zero deck, and it just got here from Latvia, which I hate to say, but I probably could not point out on a map. But it sounds cool, and the cards speak for themselves with how great they are. They started a Kickstarter because what they were trying to do was bring together 55 different artists and let each artist design one playing card in each of this deck. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm a magician and I love playing cards. I collect them. I've got a large collection, and I love everything that has to do with cardistry and sleight of hand. So as soon as I saw this a few months ago, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to back that. And it was the first Kickstarter I've ever kick-started, but I loved it. I love this. You're gonna love it because it's some of the coolest stuff. They went in, and some of the cards have been augmented with AR, augmented reality technology. So some of these cards move and make noise when viewed through a smartphone, and so I'll show that off as well because it is seamless. Really was impressed because I've seen some of that stuff with around with VR and AR and stuff like that, and it never really seems up to par, but this, they nailed it with these. $15 for this deck, so if you go to playingarts.com/0, you can pick one up, I believe, for $15. It's like 15 or 20. But I mean, not even to play with, just to have as a collectible. These things are awesome, and they're great to pull out and just say, hey, check this out, these playing cards move and dance, and ooh. But yeah, I'll get right into showing off how awesome these cards are, because they really are one in a million. Alright, so we're going to take a look inside this awesome Playing Arts Zero deck. Starts off with your, wrong side, with your card that shows every artist who contributed to this deck and what country they're from. And as you can see, they are all over the globe. I love that they were able to bring a collective of artists together and to be able to showcase some really interesting art, and it touches on every single aspect of the art communities from what I can tell. You've got some abstract, you got some cartoon, you got some realism, you got some minimalistic. Like, it's really incredible how they were able to get everything together and make it flow as well as it does. So I'm going to go and put that card down. You also get the Zero, it looks like a gaff card at first is what I thought it was going to be, but it's not. It's really just to show off what the backs of the cards are going to look like, and yet again, give that Playing Arts Zero deck a shout out. Oh, dropped it. Oh well. Now, we're going to compare the Jokers, which I find really interesting. So we have, these are the two Jokers that we have right off the bat. You got your black and you got your red. And as you can see, one is very kind of like to a point where it's abstract. The other one is a lot more cartoony. Really shows off the differences and the different ends of the spectrum that this deck kind of touches on. Really neat, and I mean, I don't use Jokers much unless it's something for Magic, and this deck is one that I don't think I'm going to use for Magic very much, just because they're so pretty and they're so unique that I kind of want to keep them all to myself and not worry about bending or warping any of these cards. They're probably going to stay in the box and stay on my shelf unless I want to break them out to show them off. Now, could I come up with a Magic routine involving the AR and making the cards move? I'm sure it'd be very fun and very eye-catching because of the quality and detail that they went into with this deck. But you know, I collect cards, and these are just some prized possessions, I guess. So there's your two Jokers, and I went ahead and moved. I've messed with the deck a little bit. I went ahead and moved one of my favorite cards that's in the deck to the top as well, and that's going to be the King of Clubs. As you can see, that's Brad Pitt. King of Clubs in that Fight Club font. I love that. Fight Club's a great movie. I love it to death, and it just really popped. I'm going to go ahead and fan through some of these other cards so you can see. There's the Queen of Clubs, the Jack of Clubs, which has the handsome Jack. I wish they would have done something kind of Borderlandsy with that, but I mean, copyright, so you know. I'm just going to fit. Some of them are upside down because I was messing around with them. There's the Eight of Clubs. Some of them move. They are augmented with AR technology, but not all of them move yet. I know on their website they're still hiring people to animate some of the other cards. So if you're an animator that's seeing this, you know, head on over to playingarts.com/0 and apply, because I'm sure they could use the help. Some of these cards really pop, and I know that some of you guys out there could probably do a lot with it. I love that one too, the outer space type theme, that minimalistic type vibe. Looks like a lion cat from Saga. But yeah, these cards are really, really gorgeous, and they move very well. USPCA probably certified if they feel like a bicycle deck, and if you can match bicycle quality, then you're doing a pretty dang good job. I'm going to keep fanning through some of the spades here. Don't want to lose any. A lot of these, like look at that. You got minimalistic, almost like traditional tattoo style, versus like this kind of just flowy red spade type look. There's so many cool things on it. Look at some blueprints for a spade set up right there. I mean, who comes up with this kind of stuff? It's awesome. The aces look great. The face cards look awesome. My second favorite card, got to give a shout out to The Shining. Your boy Jack Nicholson. Gotta love that. And then we'll just fan through the rest of these pretty quick here. But yeah, I love all the different. They really do touch on every different part of the spectrum. And one thing that I will point out and show off just a little bit more is that they fan really, really well. They've got that. I mean, I don't fan very well, but the cards themselves really do. And I'm pretty sure they spring pretty all right too. Let's see. Yeah, they spring really well. So from a cardist and magician type standpoint, this is a great deck to mess around with. It's just the heartbreaking part is that you're messing up these amazingly beautiful works of art.
So here we take a look at the AR functionality of the cards. I want you to keep in mind that these are all being shot from the app on my smartphone called Aria. It's what gives all these cards the life and the fluid movement that they have. And then we're taking a look now at the back of one of all of the cards. The backs of these cards are also augmented with the AR to make them move as well. And they have the sound effects. It's just it's really, really cool.
Playing Arts, you've outdone yourself. Please keep it coming with the awesome decks. They have multiple decks that are. This is the Playing Arts 0. I think they have 1 through 4 as well. We're still just bringing an art collective and an art community together, and really letting some independent artists shine. So, bravo! My hat's off to you. You outdid yourself here. I am one happy customer for sure.